Today, we're going to be talking about our take on affiliate marketing, what we've experienced so far with it, and how to succeed based on our prior business successes. Darren, what is affiliate marketing in your own words?
Well, simply put, affiliate marketing is just where you are promoting somebody else's product. You don't have your own product, you're promoting somebody else's product, and they pay you to do that. Whether it's a portion of a sale or a flat payment, whatever, you get paid for promoting somebody else's products.
I want you to tell your story of how you got into legendary marketing. Maybe you guys have heard about that. How did you hear about it?
So I've always been in digital marketing. I personally don't use social media a lot as far as posting my own stuff. But I kept seeing these posts from a lady, actually a couple ladies, and they were touting how well they were doing, how much money they were making from affiliate marketing. And the thing that really struck me is they kept just saying, I'm just doing it from my phone. I'm making all this money from my phone. And the one lady got to the point where she was saying that she was making like $10,000 a day, $20,000 a day. And I just thought, this is crazy. I'm skeptical. I don't believe that that's possible, but in our technology society today, why wouldn't it be possible? So I wanted to look into it. So that's kind of how I got started.
Mm-hmm.
And I have never wanted to be somebody that's on camera. I've never wanted to do this, what we're doing today. And so, of course, I pushed it off on my wife. I said, hey, you look better than me. You'd be better to get on and do these same types of videos and do whatever they're doing to make this kind of money. And so we paid for the course.
What were some of the first things you noticed when you first bought the course? Some pros and cons about it.
Well, first of all, just saying that you can do it from your phone. I mean, a lot of it can be done from your phone, but not all of it can be. And I believe that you have to have some technical knowledge. You either have to have technical knowledge or you have to know who to hire to help you with the things that you don't know how to do, such as setting up your website, setting up your email marketing list, setting up all the things that go along with your, basically you're kind of creating a sales machine. And you can't do all that from your phone. You just can't. You can't set up your website. You can't do it from your phone. But a lot of the everyday activities are from your phone. So I would say that the cons were that, they kind of draw you in by talking about how easy it is. But it's for somebody that's completely new to it, they're going to be just over your head. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's not to say that you can't learn how to do it. Like anybody in business, if you're determined to do it, you can get on YouTube and you can figure out how to do all those things. But they make it sound a lot more easy than it is.
Yeah, I've noticed that. So my dad got into it, bought the course, and was kind of figuring out how to navigate it. And he told me about it. I didn't buy the course, but I did buy the 7-day challenge.
And I was kind of the back end for my wife. Like I was trying to help her through it. I was the back end. I was the one that set up the website and setting up the email.
The technical stuff.
The stuff that my wife clearly didn't know how to do. And she was like, this is too complicated.
I mean, the $2,500 course, there is a lot to even go through with that. It's not just some simple.
Well, in my opinion, it's not the best organized either. You kind of don't know where to start with it. There's not like a step 1, 2, 3. There's a bunch of modules, and I was left, as I looked through it with my wife, I was left just looking at it like, where do we even start with this? It was confusing.
The gurus, they're just reselling the course. And I think what that promotes people to do is just try to resell it again too. But the course itself is not teaching you how to sell it. It's teaching you how to
do digital affiliate marketing.
Right. And so that's why a lot of people fail, is just because
it gets a lot of criticism because as soon as somebody signs up, then immediately they're promoting this $7 course, and a lot of them are saying how much money they made. In fact, early on in this, I went and I bookmarked a lot of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok accounts of mostly women were saying,
Lots of stay-at-home moms.
yeah, I'm making all this money. I'm staying home and making all this money. And now as I go back months later and try to look at those same accounts, they've been deleted. And so they were really just duplicating the videos that they had seen other women making, saying how much money they made when they really weren't making anything, which is illegal to do.
And so a few weeks ago, what Dad was talking about and kind of noticing, and he explained this to me, is this curve of the different programs.
The life of a program.
Yeah. So kind of explain what you had told me.
So way back when I started into digital marketing, I had an e-commerce store and I didn't know how to get ranked in the search engines. And again, this is before social media or YouTube or anything. And I stumbled on a guy that was teaching how to do that. And I bought his course, but along with his course, I ended up on his email list and he was doing affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And what I noticed is that each affiliate program that he would promote would kind of have a lifespan, right? And everybody jumps on, they all promote this product, and then it just seems to disappear.
Right. It gets super saturated, and then that's why it goes back down.
Yeah. So the people, it has its kind of reach, so to say. It reaches a certain amount of people, and a portion of them buy it, a portion of them don't. Those people that buy it then turn around and start promoting it, like what we've seen, and then it dies off. But then there's always a new product. And so along with Legendary, there's been the other one that we've looked into is Roadmap. They've had a Roadmap 2.0, 3.0. I'm not sure where they're at now.
There's another one.
And then Digital Wealth Academy,
right.
DWA. I need to do more research on it, but I think they are previous students of Legendary.
To people who want to get into affiliate marketing, see all of these other people posting about their successes and how easy it is, what would you say to those people who are just starting?
So the people that are just starting, recognize that it's going to be challenging, right? You have to have a vision for what you can actually accomplish with that program. So these Legendary and DWA, all these are teaching you how to sell a digital product. That's what the program is for. Whether it's your own product or whether it's somebody else's product. And so you want to, like Ashley was just saying, you want to focus on things that you're already good at. If you're good at designing things on the computer, then there's a lot of digital products that you could sell that way. And where the affiliate program comes in with that, for instance, I started in a t-shirt business. The first year I sold over $250,000 worth of shirts. It sounds like a lot. I made 60 grand off of it. And I thought, wow, I'm on my way, right? I didn't do any affiliate marketing with that. Printify has an affiliate program. So I could have got out and started telling everybody, hey, I'm making all this money off of making t-shirts and I use Printify. And then anybody that clicked on my link would get paid for it.
Right.
Fiverr has the same thing. Hey, to get help with my designs, I use Fiverr. They click on my link. Anybody that uses it, I get paid for it. So that's what I would encourage you. If you're brand new, find something that you're good at, something that you potentially use every day and are telling people about anyways. And that would be your product that you would push.
One challenge is what they call analysis paralysis. So tell us what that is.
Basically, you start into something, and if you just would stick with it, you would be successful. But then social media bombards you with all these other similar products. So you see this one, and oh, that looks good. And you see people making money with this, and oh, that one looks good, and you see people making money with that, and people have a tendency to either start buying these different programs or researching them, and they don't end up doing anything because they're just surface level with each of these, right? They don't dive in and really get into the nuts and bolts of it figured out. What I've learned with business is that every business is going to be difficult. Just plan on it being difficult. and plan on having to spend a lot of time learning the fundamentals of it and building from there. But too many people they don't want to do that. And so they'll just spend a little bit of time on this and, they run into something that's kind of hard or they don't know how to do. Instead of pushing forward, learning it and mastering it, moving on, then they just bounce over. This one's probably going to be easier. Mm-hmm. So then they try that. Oh, this one's going to be easier. And so they just do all this research on all these different businesses and they do that to the point where they never become successful. They end up just leaving it all together, going back to their 9-to-5 because they wouldn't just dig into one, just stick with one and make that successful and then move on to the next one.
So what would you say the difference between that and learning when to pivot is?
So as I've mentioned before, there's businesses that I've gotten into where I thought, you know what, this just is not for me. I don't like it. It's not what I thought it was. It's not going anywhere. That's when I quit doing that business.
Okay.
Other businesses, there's multiple ways you could go with that business, and that's where you would see that you need to pivot. So for the most part, you can stick with one business until you make it work, right? Like if you are a total newbie to making t-shirts, but you don't know how to design anything, you can either say, that's not for me, I don't enjoy this, or you can go hire a freelancer. It's going to cost you some more money, but you can still make that business viable and work and make a lot of money off of it. And so I guess the main thing to learn from all of this is you need to just pick one and stick with it until you're successful.
And you have told me before about outer sports. Originally, this was a business that you created.
Yeah.
From nothing.
From nothing.
And originally, you were selling and focusing on a lot of different products, right?
Yeah. So it actually started out as a site called Random Deals.
Random Deals, okay.
It was built off of my eBay business. I was selling all sorts of stuff. I moved away from Random Deals and just went to Outer Sports, which was a outdoor gear, hiking, camping, climbing gear. And I still didn't know how to market it, but for some reason, our thermal underwear, polypropylene thermal underwear started selling. We showed up high in the search engines for some reason. And so we started getting sales for that. And so I completely focused on selling thermal underwear. Once I learned how to get ranked in the search engines, then I focused on all this thermal underwear related keywords and got ranked in all the search engines for that. And so that's kind of how I focused.
And that's an example of finding a niche. Like, it's okay to start out a little bit more broad, but when you notice something taking off,
something working,
focus all your efforts in on that.
Yeah. Hold it on that. That's your niche. That's what you go for. And so you can do that with an audience. If you start out with a broad audience, and we're still new to building an audience, but you can start with a broad audience, and then once you have feedback from that audience, that kind of gives you direction on where you could go with it and the types of products that you could potentially sell to that person.
But I think the main thing we can learn from what you've experienced and what we've been researching, things like that, is that we can make this successful. It's possible. It's just going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of consistency. And that's what it's going to be like for anybody starting up a business, getting into affiliate marketing, digital marketing.
Yeah. I was reading the book, Think and Grow Rich. And one of the elements of that they teach you is that you have to become so obsessed with the way that you're going to make whatever amount of money you choose. You have to become so obsessed with it that basically your subconscious will make it happen. Because you are so obsessed with making it work that your subconscious, even in your sleep, will help you work through the challenges that you have to make it successful.
And Rich Dad Poor Dad book talks about wanting it so badly, like you need to breathe, like you're underwater, wanting that air. you want to make it happen. That's the level of
Yeah.
motivation you need.
Yeah. And I've been there. I've experienced that with my businesses where it started with the first business that I did. I wanted it to work so bad because I was working for IBM. I was going and working a 9 to 5, and then I would take call outs in the night. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like working for somebody. My vision was that I would have my own business someday, doing my own thing, setting my own schedule. And I focused so much on that. It was like what Rich Dad Poor Dad said. I wanted it as much as I could breathe. And so you're right. With affiliate marketing, we are going to be successful at it. Like, I didn't want to be on camera. This is all so awkward for me, but I want this so badly now that I am willing to get on camera, get out of my comfort zone and do this. And so far I'm having fun with it, but we are going to make it work, and we will just stick with it until we figure it all out and make it successful.
Yeah. And we're going to show you guys what we learned, what to do, what not to do.
Yeah. We'll be transparent and show you our mistakes. We'll tell you every aspect of what we are doing to make this successful and make it work. I know that a lot of people have made millions, and maybe it was easy for them. I just don't see, at least not for the average person. It's not going to be easy. There is some challenges to it, and we're going to share those challenges with you along this journey of making affiliate marketing really successful.
Absolutely. And so just to reiterate,
just know that any business, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Yeah.
That's just the reality of making money. If it was really easy, everybody would do it. And the easy stuff everybody is doing, and it's so saturated that nobody's making any money out of it. So just know that there's going to be challenges.
Mm-hmm.
You can YouTube just about anything you want. Like some of the first websites that I built, I got online. There wasn't YouTube at the time, but the information is there online. So you can, any challenge that you have, you can learn how to do it online and work past it.
And just start now. Don't try to get caught into the analysis paralysis. Pick one thing, something you're good at, that you already have skills at. Go for it.
Yeah, you're going to see lots of videos by thousands of gurus on, hey, here's how you can make 10,000 a month. Here's how you can make 100,000 a month. Here's how you can make 5,000 a month. Just pick one. And so don't expect that, hey, I can just spend 10 minutes a day doing this and make a fortune off of it. The reality is that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
It does happen, but it's rare.
So thank you so much for listening in with us today. Be sure to follow our podcast, follow our Instagram, RobcoTV.